What's going on, guys? It's a early ass stream I got going on today. Wait on my fucking camera now. It says waiting for me. Can you guys see me now? My fucking YouTube studio just did some weird shit. Alright, cool. I'm gonna assume you guys can't see me. I'll pop back out on my screen. Yeah, sorry for that little hold up. I was trying to, like, I made a post to Twitter about it. I was trying to also do a post to Instagram. For some reason, my camera was locking up. Oh, yeah. Alright, so it's 11 in Ireland. Where I'm at, I'm in New York. It's 6:30 over here, 6:30 in the morning. But I woke up at, like, 3:30 p.m. or so. 3:30 a.m. or something like that. So just, I guess I'm up. I guess I'm gonna stream. I recorded some shorts beforehand. Actually, so, since the last time I did a stream, I noticed that, I don't know if this is for everybody, because, like, you know, like, when they roll out new features and whatnot, they have a tendency to kind of, they'll, kind of, like, roll them out to some people, not all at once. But now, when you go to a channel page, at least, like, the way, the view I have it, it makes it now so that you don't have, you know, all the shorts, live streams, videos, they're not all, like, kind of, like, on the same page. Like, now I have videos on one page, I have shorts on one page, I have live on one page, which actually, because they made that change, I think I'm not going to unlist this automatically, I'm just going to let it rock. Because I think now, like, they're kind of realizing that they, if they want to be pushing all these different features, like, to have us using all these different features, they need to, like, kind of have it so you don't fuck up the rest of your channel by using one of the features that they want you to use, you know? I had never had a YouTube partner manager before, but now I have. It's weird. They're like, now it's like a partner manager program, but it's like a temporary thing, like a 6-month kind of thing. So I had a call yesterday, and they're kind of like, they're trying to get me to use premieres and all kinds of shit like that. Which, you know, I mean, I've been wanting to stream more in general, because they talk about, like, using live streams more and stuff like that. I was actually having a talk with them about, like, how they're kind of, like, sorting them in, like, different ways now, which makes me a little more comfortable just, like, publishing them normally. But then, like, a big thing that came up, and I don't know how many of you guys watching have how many of you guys, like, make content or whatever. I've never done a premiere. They, like, really, really want me to use the premiere feature, but I'm very hesitant to do it. Because all of my friends who make videos, whenever they've tried to do a premiere, it wound up getting less views than their normal videos. And on top of that, like, as a viewer, I just kind of don't like premieres. I fucking hate when, like, I open up, when I fucking open up, there's someone spamming some, like, fucking stupid shit in here. I gotta fucking, Alright. Alright, that's done with. It's weird. It was like getting caught in the spam filter, but I still have to fucking hide it because it's like it's eating up the whole fucking chat. I can't see anything you guys are saying. But yeah, Premiere, like, as a viewer, like, I don't like to look at a Premiere. If I catch the Premiere on time, like, it's whatever. But I hate when I open up the fucking, when I open up the homepage, and it'll be like, oh, here's a video I want to watch. Oh, wait, it's a Premiere. It's gonna happen tomorrow. Set a reminder. Like, I'm not gonna fucking remember to go do it. And if I set a reminder, maybe I'll be home. Maybe I won't be. But, like, more often than not, like, it's once being a thing, it's like, oh, yeah, that's a video I might watch eventually, and then I wind up not watching it half the fucking time. Yeah, like, I mean, I think, like, Jawbreaker Juice, I think once someone starts the premiere, I think you can, like, scrub backwards, you just can't go forward, which that's, like, another thing as a viewer that I don't like, because then it's, like, sometimes, some channels, I like to watch their videos at, like, 1.5 speed. Sometimes, like, I like to skip around in the video. But you can't really do that. Alright, the letter. The letter from Mr. Hands. So it's like, this is an email that I got, and I redacted some of it because, like, there's potentially identifying information and names on here. Like, honestly, like, I don't really think much of the video, but it's like, it's something that it's like, it's not enough for me to make a whole standalone video about. But at the same time, it's like, it's interesting enough. That happens sometimes. I'll make a video, and then the next day I'll get an email that kind of, it might be like some more information or something like that. But let me pull up the email I got here. This is, alright, on my screen it's like too small for me to read on my fucking OBS. I'm gonna pull it up in another window so I could see it better. But basically, it's a guy who, like, believes he was in touch with the fucking, the people. Thanks for the, I look for this. Thanks for the 5, Bowen Boswell. Hey Wang, do you think you could add what music you're playing thing? Because you're playing some banging video game OSTs. Hi from New Zealand as well. This is playing from the upbeat, the SNES drunk, upbeat SNES music playlist. What's playing right now? It's, from Super Turrican 2. Where'd I... Oh, here we go. Alright, so I pull it up larger on my screen so I can actually fucking read it. I'll just adjust my screen so I can see the chat while I do this too. I'll silhouetted animator, thanks for the $2. Does anyone ever threaten legal action against me? No, and actually, I'm surprised there's one person. When I did the Our First Time video, I was told that those people, like, tend to, like, try to sue people who talk about them online. So I was prepared for them to try and contact me, but I never heard anything. They could be dead, though, for all I know at this point. Alright, so the Mr. Hands letter. Dear Justin, back and like, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's probably not that legible for you guys either. I redacted some names on here. Dear Justin, back in 2009 on the program Second Life, I met a man that went by the name of Blank, who had a story to tell about Mr. Hands. It is all secondhand, so if you're able to sniff him out for a first-hand account, he goes by Blank in real life. So as far as I know, and can be found on Facebook under that name. That's why I blanked it out. Because it's always kind of like a gray area when you kind of have someone's Facebook account in a video. Because it's kind of... If it's a public account, it's not really doxing, but it kind of is in a gray area. So I didn't want to chance it. Like, even like when I had done the Two Girls, One Cup video, I had kind of come across something like that where... I found out that the guy who made it was, on top of everything, was also a furry, but I didn't want to post information from his Facebook account, even though, you know, it's out there. Anyway, back to the letter. Now, according to my memory of the story, I was told by Blank, is that Mr. Tate had been given permission, and if you remember the video, that's James Michael Tate, the guy who had, basically been, like, the big organizer of the horse fucking crew. According to my memory of the story, I was told by Blank is that Mr. Tate had been given permission from the farm owners to go onto the farm, mostly to help out as a friendly neighbor. However, the owners didn't know about Mr. Tate's extracurricular activities with the horses. Which is interesting because I think then, like, if this is true, I'm not a fucking lawyer, I don't know. But if this is true, that would mean that, because, like, what they ultimately nailed him on, once again, if you watch the video, was trespassing charges. So if they actually had given him permission, because bestiality was legal at that point, he technically didn't break a law then, and what he's saying is true. At the same time, I'm sure, like, he went to court for this, so I'm sure that this was what he argued in court. But then it's one of those things where people are so outraged, where it's like, we had to get him for something, so maybe they're just kind of like, oh yeah, did you give him permission? And no, we didn't give him permission. Alright, yeah, fuck this guy then. According to him, there were official meetups and scheduled events in which they would go to the farm, and Mr. Tate had to be with them for anyone to go on the farm. According to him, the man known as Mr. Hands was a member of this community for some time, but for some reason or another, had become estranged to the group and kicked out. And on the night, In question, he snuck onto the property by himself with a friend that was also not part of the group, without anyone's knowledge. Mr. Hands was apparently known among the group to have heart issues and like to push his luck. According to Blank, this is what actually killed Mr. Hands. Now, I don't know if this is a factual account or the words of a horsefucker trying to make it sound totally safe and not as bad as it sounds, but according to Blank, while the initial story that the media picked up on said that Mr. Hands died from internal bleeding, it was in fact due to a heart attack as Mr. Hands got too excited and his heart failed him. Now, honestly, I don't believe this at all. Because, especially, alright, so like we have the timeline here where they bring Mr. Hands to, it's correct, no, not Mr. Tate, not Andrew Tate, James Michael Tate, fucking, oh yeah, the guy spelled it, it's like, the Tate of this story is T-A-I-T, but I'm not gonna nitpick over the spelling of the horse fucking facilitator's last name. But, this, like, to me, that explanation doesn't make sense. Because, so, like, we got the timeline, Mr. Hands gets brought to the hospital, where, like, he gets, the medical examiner essentially declares that he died of, internal bleeding. And this was before they really knew, like, the details of, like, what was actually going on here. So, why would, say hypothetically, like, there is some reason for them to fucking, to cover up the heart attack so they can, make the fucking horsefucker community look bad. You know, you would have to come up with, surely you would have to come up with, like, some kind of, like, wild conspiracy to turn the public against such a beloved group of people as the horse fucking, the horse fucking enthusiasts of America, right? So that doesn't add up too much to me. At the same time, I think the guy emailed me, like, his theory might be right, this guy, that he might have been, like, a zoophile himself that's trying to make it not sound so bad. Because that seems to be, like, the main thing, like, these people are engaged online, is, like, trying to make everything, like, seem in various different ways not as bad as we think it is. So let me move this, because I realize that, like, covering up the chat, you guys probably can't fucking read it at that font anyway. Alright, where was I in the fucking video? And, like, I see you guys typing there. We'll get to this after, alright. I'll talk to you guys a little bit after. According to Blank, while the initial story of the media, alright, yeah, we got blah 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 blah. His heart failed him. Blank also said that the video that is so popular of the incident, as you said, not in fact the real video of what happened. I don't know if a video was ever taken or if some horse fuckers decided to put Mr. Hands on it to get more attention. Either way, the video associated with Mr. Hand's death is almost definitely not of the incident. Or maybe it is, but according to this random dude on the internet in 2009, it wasn't. Sorry I can't be more help. I don't know if the story will be worth your time, or even a glint of any useful information. But it's close enough to the story you told that I wonder how true it might be, with a couple minor differences. Namely the fact that he had snuck onto the property without even Mr. Tate's knowing, and that the horse dick wasn't what killed him. Hopefully this is enough of a scoop to give you a good lead on more to the story, but if not, sorry to have wasted any of your time, big fan. So, oh yeah, and he made a throwaway account. He was like, the email is, I don't want this getting back to me at gmail.com. Because he doesn't want anything to do with it. Now, on one hand, I kind of, like, I do have, like, the contact info for the guy that he's referencing on there, so I could hit him up and be like, hey, do you remember, like, this guy you spoke to on Second Life? Which, first off, like, another thing that sells it to me is, like, this guy, like, there would be a guy there who's, like, a little close to it. It's, like, Second Life, for some reason, I guess, was always a little hotbed of weird guys with weird proclivities. It's just one of those fucking atmospheres that fucking attracts them for whatever reason. Well, not for whatever reason. I guess if you're the kind of guy that wants to fuck horses, surely the idea of disappearing into a second life where you can be someone you can't be in real life, surely that's, I could see the value proposition for those sorts of people, you know? But anyway, I just thought that was, like, an interesting little, addendum to it. That kind of, like, if true, like, corroborates what I was already assuming, that the horsefucker video that we think is the Mr. Hands death video isn't really it. And also that I wouldn't be surprised if the story this guy told was people kind of like, when these news stories happen, people in like various parts of the internet always have like these little like narratives that kind of circulate that become like the true story that we didn't hear. So I wouldn't be surprised if the story that he actually died of a heart attack and not getting fucked in the ass by a horse might have been like a popular narrative. Actually, I kind of almost feel like that's something I've seen in like common threads on like news posts or like people like forum threads about Mr. Hands and whatnot. That almost sounds like a familiar enough story that I feel like I remember that being a narrative that was around, that he didn't really die of the horse cock, he died of a heart attack. But also in the, like I mentioned in the zoo documentary, that there's kind of the people associated with kind of like looked down on Mr. Hands as a weakling who couldn't handle it like they could. So would once again be a narrative that would kind of go into that. Anyway, I also like sometimes from time to time when I make a video like that, I'll have a few emails that are kind of like, they're not really worth making a whole other video about, but it might be something fun to kind of go back and go into on streams in general. Anyway, I did see a couple super chats pop up, so let me read those before we move on, because I do have like a few other things I kind of would like to go into for a little bit. We have Kanik with the $2. Hello from Utkayevik AK. Ukiyevik AK. Sorry, I cannot pronounce that. I think that's some Uki. It's like UTQIAG Vic AK. Ukiyevik. That sounds like one of those places from Risk. Well, regardless, thank you. Glad you love the videos. We got 5 from Maru. Hey Wang, thanks for being one of the only people to talk about the rabbit hole around Mr. Hands, not just haha funny horse, because it's fascinating. I mean, yeah, like, the thing is, like, and the reason why there's a lot of shock sites that have, like, people really want a video about, but I haven't really been able to make a video about, because it's like, I don't want to just do a fucking, like like, hey, look at this funny video you already saw. I don't want to do a video like that. I want to do a video where it's kind of like, we can kind of like dig into it a little bit more, you know? That's why it took me so long to get around to that lemon party video, because like kind of like, it's like there's some stuff, there's some details I can go into it with, but there's like not really anything that the story element of it wasn't satisfactory to me to make a full video of it. There's actually, honestly, there's a few like that people ask me about all the time that they're kind of like that, but there's even less to the stories. But what I might do for those is kind of like go into the very tiny amount of details that I do have about them and just kind of like do like a few in one. Like Tub Girl is one of them. It's like Tub Girl is one of them. The Church of Fudge is one of them. Kids in the Sandbox is one of them. Like, for any of those videos, there's not really all that much to them that I could really make a whole, like a normal, like, video. Or even, there's like, really not enough details for me to, like, at least, like, the style of shorts that I do. Which, actually, I recorded some more shorts, too. I gotta start editing those. But, yeah, I'm gonna find a way to touch on those without them being, like, a full videos. Because there are, like, a couple details, all of them. Just not a full video's worth. Maru. Also, thanks for the 2. Do you also know the Zoo of Sadists leaks? I do, the Zoo of... I don't think I do. Like, based off the name, I'm assuming it's, like, people that, like, fucking kill animals or some shit like that. But I don't know of, like, a specific leak for a specific thing. Fetal Dumpster. Thanks for the 5. Why do I think the mirrors of the Mr. Hands videos usually omit the audio? Honestly, I mean, the reason why that is probably common, and something I noticed too when I was researching the video, that they also omit the that intro, that Windows Movie Maker intro. they what honestly probably happened is it just happened one time, and then like a bunch of people just copied that video and uploaded it other places. There's probably like no like a greater reason why. It's probably like it could even be that it just fucking glitched out. Honestly. Dan the Indoor Man, thanks for becoming a member. If you don't know, members, you get a bunch of emojis. I think I have like a fucking... I think I have goatsy emotes for... Actually, I don't even know how to do them on here. But yeah, you do get goatsy emotes and whatnot in here. And you also get the... You get the like pretty much like the release of videos as soon as I get them, so like a little bit earlier than everyone else. Jack Durston, thanks for the 5. Someone just said it, but I really would like a Bruno Porosnik video. That would be awesome. That's Bruno Porosnik. That's like a murder thing, right? Bruno Porosnik. Is that like 3 Guys 1 Hammer or some shit like that? Bruno Porosnik. Kurwa. Bruno Porosnik. Oh, that's a YouTuber. Never mind. I got him. He was a... damn, I got him... That was way off. Kurwa. Is that even a Polish name? Yeah, I'm gonna be saying kurwa all day. Do I think the email... Boiler Carry, do I think the email is real? I mean, yeah, it seems like... I think it's real in the sense that the guy that sent it to me probably really did talk to the guy who told him all that. Who knows if it's someone who actually had any connection to it, but like I said, I think like what the guy was telling him, that Mr. Hands really had a heart attack and it's like some kind of cover-up. I don't buy that. Miss Ebola, thanks for the 5. Always a treat to go on Twitter to see you retweet either the most cursed image humanity has to offer or attractive women. Keep up the good work. Yo, actually, so what's funny is, I don't know if there's like, if this is just like a bot purge or fucking, you know, people deleting Twitter or something, but yesterday might be the most followers I ever lost in a single fucking day. Because I had tweeted, so like what was happening is people were trying to like manipulate the algorithm by being like, Elon Musk changed the color of the Twitter like button. So it would change from a red heart to a blue heart. I've seen like similar kinds of fucking things to kind of like game the algorithm and whatnot. So I posted that, but with Homer Simpson getting blown by Barney. Oh shit. Oh shit, Vandal was here with the $50 too. Thanks, Vandal. Didn't even say anything, you just left $50 and dipped. Oh yeah, so the fucking, also, Vandal's art is sick as fuck, by the way, if you don't follow him on IG. Yeah, so I did that with a drawing of Homer Simpson getting blown by Barney the dinosaur. And that, I'm assuming that's what led to me losing, like, 200 followers in the course of, like, a fucking couple hours. Which is like, I feel like I've posted way worse shit than that. It retweeted way worse shit than that. But that was the one that people were just like, I can't take it anymore. Can't take it. Yo. You know what it is too though? I think that probably happened because I had a lot of like viral-ish tweets that kind of like went out of my usual circles the past couple weeks. So that was probably like me like purging those people that like didn't know what the fuck they were getting into. Alright. What else you got here? Mr. Dr. Catfish, thanks for the 2. Did you miss the funny letter? You did. You just barely missed it. But like I said, I was saying it earlier, YouTube has changed the way that it sorts its live videos, your live VODs versus your regular videos. So I probably am just going to leave this one public after the stream is done and see what happens. I might even go and publish my old live streams. Not like, so like, and here's like a tip that like a lot of people don't know. If you guys like, you make if you guys in the chat do YouTube videos and streams and stuff, and if you want to publish a stream after the fact but you don't want to send notifications, there's actually a thing in your edit page where you can set it to not send people notifications when you do it. So like if I publish some old live videos, I'm gonna do that first. Alright, who else we got here? We got a Wild Elliot appeared, 10. Yo, are you familiar with the band Icy Stars? They have some lost demo tracks, namely A Clockwork Orange. Only has the first 52 seconds found, and Of Mice and Women that only has a live found. I'm familiar with that band. I never really got into them back in the day, but like I remember like they were like really fucking popular in like that kind of sceney metalcore type world. Never really got into them, but they might be good to look at. I've been wanting to do like another Lost music video too. And Mari with the 20. Thanks, Mari. Zoo Sadist leaks were exactly what you think. A lot of well-known furries and zoo people who had a very evil Telegram chat, but also led to the first animal rights protest sanctioned by the Cuban government. Awful rabbit hole. Yeah, okay, that might be something to look into. And it sounds vaguely familiar. I just never really like looked too into it. Also, thinking about that the Icy Stars thing, yo, that fucking lineup. I don't know like how many of you guys saw that lineup to that festival, Sick New World. Holy, yo, it's like this festival. It's like someone like took my fucking Spotify algorithm and made a festival based on like what it presented them. It's fucking insane. Like I think it's made by the same. Let me pull up the flyer. I believe it's made by the same promoters as When We Were Young, which honestly, like, people are so fucking hyped on When We Were Young. There are a couple bands that I liked on there, but I didn't really give a shit about it. Like, honestly, emo was something that kind of mostly passed me by, and I never cared a ton about it. Like, on the fucking When We Were Young lineup, there are a few bands that I kind of liked, but at most of the bands had like one or two songs I liked. But this fucking festival right here. And before I get into this, like, it's so stupid to me. Like, a lot of people were like, oh man, like, watch out, this isn't a scam, because When We Were Young was a scam. Because what happened with that, apparently, they had like some like high wind conditions, which for like, depending on what kind of structures you have in an outdoor festival, can be really fucking dangerous. Like, you know, they don't want someone getting impaled on a fucking metal beam. You know, ideally, people don't die at a festival, so, like, they had to cancel one of the days, and they refunded people their fucking money, so people are like, oh, this was a big scam. Like, first off, I'm 100% getting a ticket for this fucking thing, like, no, it was not a scam. Oh, it wasn't a scam. They had to cancel a day because of the weather. Oh, like, if they didn't cancel a day and then something happens, like, they're gonna fucking... But beyond like lawsuits, they might be liable criminally for something. And then what would happen then, instead of people saying it was a scam, it would be like, oh my god, why wasn't somebody like doing something for the safety? Fenrir, like, he writes in the fucking chat, how can she slap? I don't know what it's like. The way I said that before, just fucking the cadence kind of matched up. But yeah, alright, Sick New World. Like, this lineup is fucking like, alright, so first off, you got all these fucking new metal bands. You got, alright, and I'm gonna say it, yeah, System of a Down's a fucking new metal band. Some people get mad when you say that, but they're a fucking new metal band. Just because you like a band and you think they're like at a higher level fucking artistically doesn't make them not a new metal band. That's like people that make that distinction with fucking elevated horror versus like regular shitty horror. System of a Down's a fucking new metal band. Korn's a new metal. I mean, Korn says they're not a new metal band, which is so funny to me because like, if Korn isn't a new metal band, there's no such thing as new metal. Like, that's the fucking new metal band. But yeah, so you got System of a Down, you got Korn, you got Deftones, you got Incubus, Evanescence. I saw someone say Evanescence isn't a new metal band. Are you fucking kidding me, dog? Just because it has like a little bit of an extra goth aesthetic, it doesn't make it not a new metal fucking band. I mean, firstly, it's got the bam, 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 those types of fucking riffs. You got the fucking doing his like little rap song. There's a little rap verse in there. Of course, it's fucking new metal. Actually, the vocalist of my band, Tommy, like he did a really good cover of Bring Me to Life with our other friend Crystal. I think we have like the preview of it on the band page, but oh yeah, regardless. So like you got all these fucking classic new metal bands. You got fucking Cold Chamber, dog. I like that, like why I'm so hyped about this in part. There's like so many bands on this lineup that I never got to see back in the day that I'm like finally I could fucking see them, and Cold Chamber is one of them. Like Cold Chamber used to be one of my favorite bands. I remember like, so the first time I ever saw Slipknot was it was mp3.com had like I watched this on my 56K modem. They had a stream of a Cold Chamber concert that Slipknot was opening, and that was the first time I ever saw or heard of Slipknot opening for Cold Chamber. But I never got to see Cold Chamber, so that I'm fucking hyped on. Zetsubo, thanks for the $2. I love you too. Oh yeah, so you got all these fucking new metal bands. You got Soulfly on there, which I've seen Soulfly a bunch of times. We'll definitely see them again. You got Cold. Like there's like, that's, I don't know if you would call Cold like a deep cut, but they kind of are a deep cut, because right now we got this kind of this nostalgia wave of new metal at this moment, which I'm obviously that's why this fucking festival exists, because someone with money realized, hey, wait a second, this is a thing that's happening that we can make money off of. So of course. But Cold, I feel like, is a band that kind of like gets left out of that conversation a lot. They fucking belong on this. Clever Dev. Slipknot isn't new metal, don't hurt my feelings. Thanks for the two. They're fucking new metal, man. If I had to make like a big three of new metal, it's Slipknot, Korn, and Limp Bizkit. That's like the big three of new metal. But yeah, exactly, dog. Like Ash and Eller, Sisters of Mercy, like, and that's why I'm saying like this lineup. It's like it's as if they just went into my Spotify algorithm and just like threw some extra stuff in there, outside of it being the new metal festival. Because then you have Sisters of Mercy on there, you have London After Midnight, you have Skinny Puppy. I'm assuming that it's gonna have like a stage layout where it's going to be you're probably gonna have like the gothier stage and like the new metalier stage. I don't know where Turnstile is going. That's another thing about like, it's like all these throwback bands, but then they have like current bands in it that actually fucking like primarily like Spirit Box and fucking Turnstile. So it's a weird mishmash of shit. KMFDM is in there. Miyobi, thanks for the 5. I know a lot of information about the Zoo of Sadist leaks. I can email it to you if interested. Yeah, sure, send me an email. The email that for that kind of stuff that I use is letsplaywithlang@gmail.com. Also, thanks for the 5, Don Slothington. Yeah, like sometimes people will send me tips on like, they'll at me on Twitter or like DM me on Instagram, but that stuff tends to get lost. The best way to send me something, have be a way it's actually organized that I can get back to it when I need it, is email. Chevelle, yeah, that's another one. Orgy, the one, oh yeah, of course, Panchico, that's another one. Like, I apparently Panchico had played some shows. I was actually thinking about finally doing a Panchico video, but now that that lost media case is long solved, I'm not sure if it's something I should bother with anymore, although I haven't really seen any comprehensive videos. There probably are some that I just haven't seen, but I don't think I've seen any like comprehensive videos of that particular story. So it might still be worth doing. I don't know, what do you guys, should I make a Panchico video? That's, if you guys don't know, like, someone on 4chan had found this fucking, CD with, like, an anime face. It's called Death Metal. It was by this band Panchico that for a long ass time people couldn't find, and then like maybe like a year or two ago, like it got fined. It's a real band, and they're doing things now. Oh, you still don't know the back covers. All right, so there is something that is definitely worth it. Alexandra Johansson, thanks for the Swedish 100. Have I seen Machine Girl 2008? Japanese slasher movie. My dad and I watched it, and it's so funny. Yeah, Machine Girl is an awesome movie. That's like, so I just remember like, I remember a bunch of stuff from the movie, but like, I remember like she loses her arm and like it gets like deep fried or some shit, and then it fucking you know, she just like fucking kills shit. It's a gory ass movie, but it's got like very much that kind of I don't know what the name of the material they use. It's kind of like that foamy kind of what's like, I feel like a lot of the effects had like kind of like that guar-ish kind of look. But it also, if you like Machine Girl, you should also watch Tokyo Gore Police and Meatball Machine, which I believe they're the same director. I don't remember 100%, but if they're not the same director, they're very similar aesthetically. Yeah, Tetsuo the Iron Man has the same kind of feel, James, as well. Although that's in black and white, of course. The director of Tetsuo has some good stuff too, outside of the Tetsuo series too. I remember Bullet Ballet was a good one, and a snake. I always forget if it's a Snake of June or a Snake in June, but whichever one that is also a good movie by that director. Oh yeah, Julio rather. I do I want to put out a couple more Lost Media videos before the year is up. Where can you watch them? I'm not sure. Oh, it's a bio. That's my editor bio in the chat. Yeah, Tetsuo is awesome. I forgot what video it was, but I feel like some of these movies actually might be just on like all the different free streaming services. But Tetsuo the Iron Man. It's a Sling Premium subscription. You can like rent it on YouTube. Oh, Roku channel has it. Yo, Turkle with the $50. Thanks, Tom. I got the with my Turkey Tom plushie over here. Yo, Tom. Speaking of Tom, I know you're hitting this fucking festival up. There's no way you're not going to this fucking festival, right? And like every time I look at it, there's something else I fucking didn't know. It's like Health is on there, Horror, Fever 333. Which actually, Fever 333, if you don't know, they put out Jason, who used to be in Let Live. He had his label 333 Records put out some of my band's music. Like they put out All in Caskets, and we put out Fucking Up with them too. Wait, there's something, Oh, that's a good question, Commander Mel. What bands on this list are the most underrated, in my opinion? You know, I'm tempted to say Body Count, but I don't know if they're underrated. I mean, I saw some people are mad that they're this low. A lot of people are mad in general that certain bands are underneath other bands on this bill. But, I mean, that's just how it goes. Like, they make an assessment of, like, who has more drawing power, and they do it that way. Like, they're not fucking, they're not putting these fucking things in here to fucking, because of some guy's opinion. Like, they sit there and they fucking think about it. But Body Count, yeah, so Body Count I would say is pretty underrated. Of these bands, though, I'm gonna think about it a second while I answer some more of the super chats. 21st century guy with the 15. A letter from who now? So honestly, I said like a letter from Mr. Hands to make it a little more little clickbaity. A little bit of that clickbait in there, but it's a letter from a guy who spoke to a guy who claimed to know the true story of Mr. Hands that was you know, covered up due to agendas that want to make the horse fucker population look a little bad. But yeah, like like I was saying before, I'm gonna leave this stream public, and then my editor Sid, she'll like she cuts up the stream sometimes, so I'll have it on the second channel, Wang Uncut. I'm gonna link the second channel in here. Let's get that. Goodness. Wang Uncut though. There. So I'll have like the clips of like the various segments on there. Alright, Danny Leon, 100 Gex. Thanks for the 5 Danny. Yeah, that's a like a fucking weird choice for this too. Like honestly, I tried 100 Gex, I couldn't really get into it. But some people are mad that they're like in here, especially because like they're over some of the other bands. Like some people are like, how dare they put 100 Gex over KMFDM? But honestly, I'm kind of surprised they're not higher up in the bill. And it is going to be interesting to see how they parcel out the stages here. What I'm kind of dreading a little bit, because I'm assuming that like they're gonna have like what I imagined, like what they're going, at the very least they're gonna have like the main like new metal, it's probably gonna be like 3 stages. This is how I think it's gonna happen. It'll be like 3 stages with like the heavier new metal bands. Then you'll have one with like the more like chill new metal bands. I could see Deftones, Incubus, and Chevelle being on the same stage. And then you'll probably have like the goth stage, which I imagine Evanescence will be the headliner. Then you'll have Sisters of Mercy. London After Midnight will be on that. Villavalo will probably be on that. Ministry will be on that. Skinny Puppy. Oh shit. Now I'm looking at this though, and I'm like, am I gonna have to pick between Skinny Puppy and Coal Chamber? Or like Ministry and Coal Chamber? That's like the thing I hate about these kinds of festivals. Like sometimes there's 2 bands you want to see, and you gotta pick one. Like obviously, like Sisters of Mercy, no matter who they're playing at the same time, I'm seeing fucking Sisters of Mercy. I'm definitely seeing, like, I like Skinny Puppy, but I have to see Coal Chamber if I'm like made to pick between those 2. But yeah, sometimes like people get a little salty about like placements on bills and stuff, but it's just how the cookie crumbles. Probably the most I guess you call it like a reality check or something. The biggest thing like that I ever noticed recently was when Megadeth went on tour with Five Finger Death Punch, but like Five Finger Death Punch was headlining over Megadeth, and I was like, I mean, I'm sure the numbers bear that out. But I was like, seeing that, I was still like, damn, really? I didn't even like get through this fucking lineup yet. All the fucking things here. So like, what I don't know about Vilvalo, like, does he like have his own stuff he plays live, or fucking is it just gonna be like him stuff? Because I like him, but I haven't listened to or cared about his, like, if whatever solo stuff he does. Like, if it's basically just like, oh, so like, does he play hymn songs live though? Because if he doesn't play hymn songs live, I have no interest. Like, if it's like all like fucking hymn bangers, I'm definitely watching that. And also, like, I mean, shit, like, so I saw someone ask about Jinx, too, and, like, on one hand, like, I see this fest, and I'm like, yo, like, Jinx would fit so fucking good on this festival. And then, like, there's this, like, thing I do now, like, whenever I see a tour announced, they're fucking, or fucking like festivals announce this stuff. I kind of like there's like a lot of different things that determine what band gets on what tour, but a big one is like Spotify monthly listeners. And it's so like I'll compare like ours. Like right now we'll kind of like bump between like 50,000 to 70,000 depending on like how recent like we've done like tours or new music and stuff. So I kind of looked at it and I'm like, damn, like we don't have the numbers to like be on this fucking thing right now. But damn, it would have been like that would have been such a fucking good fit. Actually, one thing that is like that does kind of suck about this festival, like there's a lot of like good like newer nu metal bands that would have been like really sick on this fucking thing. Like obviously I'm just saying biased, but like Jinx would be fucking good on this. But then you also have like Fire from the Guides would fit really good. Tala, fucking Dropout Kings would have been sick on this. But I think like they do like more shit like this. I think there'll be like more room for that kind of like that newer wave of nu metal bands that's out. Oh, there's like something else that someone said in here that I wanted to fuck. Oh yeah, Filter. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Filter is a band that I always like. I mean, I was never a huge Filter fan, but like I fucking love their singles. Like fucking especially Hey Man Nice Shot. Like there's a local band I saw. What the fuck? I think they were called like Dads or something like that. And they dressed up like a bunch of dads. They did a sick cover of Hey Man Nice Shot. And I got so fucking hyped. And it was one of those things I didn't realize I would get that hyped hearing that song live as I did. But they fucking nailed that shit. Oh yeah, that Stabbing Westward. Actually, honestly, someone before asked who the most underrated band on this lineup might be. It might be Stabbing Westward, to be honest. Like, they had, like, a few banger singles, but I feel like of all, like, the throwback bands here, they may be, like, the most forgotten one. And they're good. They're good, you know? Like, Stabbing Westward might be the most underrated band on this lineup. Mr. Self-Destruct super chatted 6. Thanks for that. Would you ever be willing to cover more Japanese horror on the channel for more videos? 964 Pinocchio and My Chan's Daily Life are pretty messed up. So I've spoken about like My Chan's Daily Life, the manga on streams before. I never watched the movie. Oh, honestly, thinking about it, like fucked up mangas might actually be a thing to talk about. Actually, shit, like, I think I might do a My Chan's Daily Life video in general here. That might be something to do. Actually, and I've been thinking about this too, because, so I just put out that Terrifier video. Actually, so like, after I'm done with the stream, I'm probably gonna like hit the gym, then fucking edit some of my shorts. After I'm done with all that today, I'm probably gonna go watch Terrifier 2 finally. But something that's interesting to me. So, like, the thing about when I do the horror movie videos, those are kind of, like, a little iffy sometimes, because the horror movie videos, they tend to just, like, take the longest to do. They take the longest to do, they tend to get the least amount of views, and they tend to be the one that gets demonetized the most, the ones that have the most copyright issues. So, like, in general, like, for, like, the horror movie videos, I like to make them, but they also tend to be just, like, from, I guess from a business perspective, as a guy who runs a YouTube channel, the riskiest one. But then I noticed that Terrifier video, compared to like my last few videos, just in general, tend to that one got me the most new viewers out of anything, the most new subscribers, and the most. So for you guys, for those of you who don't have a YouTube channel, YouTube has this metric where it's a kind of a graph, and it'll give you 2 lines, and one line is returning viewers, and one line is new viewers, like people who have like never ever in the history of your channel seen any of your videos before, will be the new viewers line. Obviously, like if your channel's like grown a lot, and then you've been around for a bit, it tends to like be like more returning videos. Ideally, it's more returning videos than new viewers, because if it's all new viewers and nobody fucking returns, then you're not really gonna have much of a channel to speak of. But when those moments where you get like the new viewers, like that's when your channel really starts growing. And that Terrifier video actually grew my channel a lot more than anything I've done recently. So I'm like, maybe what I want to do is maybe I want to like fucking like do like more like recent horror videos in the series. So we like I do like when it comes to horror movie videos, I do want to do like more. I have the most fun just doing like the really like shitty old ones, but some newer ones like Terrifier. Maybe I'll do a Terrifier 2 video too. Like because that last one did so much more. It did so much better than my horror movie videos tend to do. That I might just do that. Those videos, they like I said though, like those for the reasons I outlined before, the horror movie videos tend to be kind of risky to make. Moirin, there's a huge push to get Terrifier into DVD, even more than Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh yeah, like I'm not surprised at all. Like fucking Art would, even though like there already is a fucking clown in Dead by Daylight. It's a very different sort of clown. But yeah, I mean, first off, I mean, just the fact that he uses a fucking, I mean, wait, they do have the gunslinger guy in fucking Dead by Daylight though. But I mean, have the fact that he could have his gun in there. There's like things he could do with the other guys. He could have like a mix of abilities that would be unique to the game. I haven't played Dead by Daylight in a few years though. With science as my shepherd, thanks for the 5. Have I heard of the Dr. Guy Turcotte horrific murders in Canada? Should be a video here, Mr. Wang. I don't think I've heard of that. Dr. Guy Turcotte. I remember there's a video I was thinking about doing a while back. Remember that guy? He was on a bus and just a crazy guy fucking decapitated him on the fucking bus. I think that was in Canada. Someone had asked me about making a video about that a long time ago, and I'd been thinking about it. But I think that's one of those stories that's been like kind of like covered a decent amount on YouTube now. Actually, thinking back at horror movies, so, oh yeah, something I like that's been on my mind a little bit too. Recently, one of my friends, have you guys ever seen or heard of shadow people? It's like basically like you kind of like, and this is like a supposedly real phenomenon, where you'll kind of like you'll see like, in general, like it said that you kind of like you see them out the corner of your fucking eye or something. Although apparently there's been more like reports of people like seeing them head on. But I've been like, this is like a few weeks ago now at this point. Like one day I kind of like, I hadn't heard of fucking shadow people. And I kind of like, I'm sitting in a fucking room and I kind of like, I see like a shadow like kind of go this way. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck it was. Because there's like no fucking like light, that could have fucking made, it shouldn't have, it could have. In general, when I see something like that, the cause of it tends to be, like, you ever have, like a mirror or some kind of shiny electronic, and then it moves a certain fucking way, and it causes, like, the light to go, like, in a weird direction? In general, when I see something like that, I fucking, like, that winds up being the cause of it. But that time I couldn't, and then the next day, like, my friend was telling me how like, she sees, like, shadow people, like, once every, like, 3 or 4 months. So I started to like look around it, and like I saw someone bring it up in there, like I fucking someone in there brought up like they see them on like Benadryl or something, and apparently like that's a fucking thing. Which I think honestly what I think it has to do is just like I'm gonna Google Benadryl shadow people now. Wait, actually, wait, the first search result winds up being like an official Benadryl tweet. Like whatever it's replying to is fucking missing, but it's just like Benadryl. Hi there, is there anything we can help you with? First reply: I eated too many and saw the Hat Man. I think it was replied to something about shadow people. Yeah, Benadryl and the shadow. Oh, that's a alright. Benadryl and the shadows in my house. That's some fucking r/no street. bullshit. What's on? If you r/teenagers, if you overdose on Benadryl, do you see shadow people? How the Hat Man went from Alright. You see, like, when I had first, like, looked this up, the fucking shadow people thing, like, when I had first been told about this, I had, like, more interesting results on it. Now it's not as fucking interesting to me. Wait, I think someone else said Xan. It's probably, like, things that make you sleepy, that make you more likely to kind of, like, see what appears to be shadow people. Because even, like, when I'm feeling particularly sleep deprived, I won't necessarily even just, like, see shadow people, but I'll kind of, like, I'll look at something the wrong way, and I'll, like, kind of, like, you know what you mean? Shadow people. Alright, I'm just gonna Google shadow people now, because I remember there being, like, some kind of, like, more, like, compelling article about the fucking shadow people when I was looking at it. 20 below zero, thanks for the $8. Dr. Shit. I mean, we got the Wikipedia article about fucking shadow people. Oh, so I saw someone, like, mention, like, meth in here. Louis Oster, being up a long time from meth, common. Yeah, no, actually, like, that is, apparently that's common with meth addicts, too, where many methamphetamine addicts report the appearance of shadow people after prolonged periods of sleep deprivation. Psychiatrist Jack, actually, now that I think about it, I tend to, like, sleep really shitty at all kinds of weird schedules, so me seeing shadow people, I only, like, noticed them that one time and didn't know whether shadow people were a fucking thing. It probably is connected to fucking, me not fucking sleeping normal. Like, I woke up at 3:30 p.m. today, after fucking, I don't know, like, I'm hoping to just, like, stay up a little later tonight. I mean, sleep a little earlier tonight and finally fix my, sleep schedule. But many methamphetamine addicts, blah, blah, blah. I wonder if that also, like, applies to people who take Adderall and shit like that, or specifically meth. Because I think, like, something I was reading is that, like, more people tend to, and this is even just, like, since, like, shadow people fucking memes, it's, like, the past few years, more people report saying them, and I think there's also more people, like, taking, like, sleep aids, and fucking, like, Adderall and shit like that. I don't know if that's connected specifically. Psychiatrist Jack Potts suggests that methamphetamine usage adds conspiratorial component to the sleep deprivation hallucinations. One interviewed subject said that you don't see shadow dogs or shadow birds or shadow cars, you see shadow people. Standing in doorways, walking behind you, coming at you on the sidewalk. These hallucinations have been directly compared to the paranormal entities described in folklore. Ace0017, thanks for the 5. Hallucinations. Yep. And I had this, like, honestly, like, so I have notes. I have, like, a whole bunch of notes. I have, like, notes for fucking, I have notes for, like, videos I want to work on eventually, shorts I want to work on eventually, TikToks, and, like, things to bring up on stream that, like, basically, like, the things I have to bring up on stream are stuff that, I don't think, once again, like, I've talked about this before, I don't think they merit a full video, but I also, like, they're worth talking about in some extent, and they don't necessarily they're not coherent enough to make a short out of or a TikTok out of. So I looked, oh, another one, actually, shit. I just opened up the list to look at it, and something got reminded that this is a good one. The fucking Turtle Club. Aris, thanks. I don't know what unit of money that is, but thanks for the 40 of it, Aris. I freaking love your videos, bro. I appreciate you loving my videos, Aris. Oh yeah, so the Turtle Club. The so yesterday I fucking, you know, I'm just gonna pull it up. I had seen somebody made some fucking tweet about the Turtle Club. It was let me just open up a fucking window capture over here. When I did it wrong. As soon as we go find the fucking oh shit, let me make sure I didn't tweet anything crazy before I pull up my fucking I've like fucked other people's streams by this. I've fucking fucked other people's streams up with my tweets. Let me not fuck up my own stream with my tweet. Okay, yeah. Alright, cool. I think we're all safe over here. But alright, so like there's that fucking that movie Master of Disguise. I actually like I've heard this movie's fucking terrible, right? I never actually watched it. I just remember the fucking I just remember the fucking trailer for it. Not even the full trailer, just that commercial used to play on TV all fucking day long. For Master of Disguise, and all it's like burned into my memory is the fucking Turtle Club costume. It's Dana Carvey. He's like, am I not turtly enough for the Turtley Club? Turtle, and it's been burned into my fucking memory. But then I saw like the Symphony, like me and the bad bitch I pulled by being turtly enough for the Turtle Club. And so then I fucking oh yeah, sleep paralysis is another. I'll get to that, sir. Wait, but then I fucking seeing that tweet made me fucking think of this. So I just made this stupid fucking video. He'll never be turtly enough for the Turtle Club. Turtle. Right? Ooh, the fucking Super NES version of Carnage rules. Hell yeah. But then a lot of the replies to the fucking Turtle Club post were people talking about the fucking, the Turtle Club. Apparently there's an idea that the Turtle Club scene was filmed on 9/11. And so, like, alright, as the urban legend about the Turtle Club goes, Dana Carvey, it's like the morning on set, whatever fucking time it is, you know, he's in his whole, like, stupid turtle costume, and then 9/11 happens, and they're just kind of standing around not knowing what to do about the fucking, about 9/11 and the Turtle Club. I mean, what to do when he's in the costume. So, like, they're standing around having a moment of silence for all the victims of 9/11, and Dana Carvey standing there in his big fucking turtle costume, like, solemnly, like, looking down. Supposedly, that's as the urban legend goes. Apparently, the real story, I looked it up, it's not as interesting. What had actually happened, so Master of Disguise started filming 2 weeks after 9/11, and they had a moment of silence for 9/11 at the beginning of the shoot. What isn't clear, though, like, I don't know, like, and it's quite possible, because they did say that, like, the Turtle Club scene was one of the first scenes they actually shot. It is possible. I would imagine that they would have gathered the entire crew, including hair and makeup and wardrobe and all that, before they got started on stuff and had the moment of silence for 9/11. But it is possible that, especially, you know, you got that kind of makeup, you got to be there before everybody. So maybe they did do their tribute to 9/11 while he was in the Turtle Club costume. I'm sure, the funny thing is, like, this is probably one of those things, I'm sure Dana Carvey gets asked about this all the fucking time. I'm surprised I actually never fucking heard about it. 20 below 0. Thanks for the 8. Is there a certain line I won't cross with video topics? Well, I mean, as I mentioned before, I try to, like, avoid things that, that kind of cross into, like, doxing gray areas, which is sometimes, like, unavoidable with it. Like, I mean, alright, so, like, an example of that, and I kind of, the account that I had access to, there were two things like this that I think about. I had found, the guy, do you remember the Garugamesh commercial? The fucking Garugamesh! It was for Sakura-Con or some shit like that. And yeah, the kid's like, Garugamesh! I'm pretty sure I found that guy, like, where he is now. But I was working on some other projects, and before I could contact him, he had deleted the account. But, so it's like, you can't really do it. You can do it, but then you're literally just fucking doxing a guy. If you make a video where it's like, hey, I found the Garugamesh kid. Here's where he is now. So, like, that's, like, one of the things. And gaming! I love sushi. God, that makes me think of this fucking time when, I guess, like, this is, like, maybe, like, God, this had to be, like, maybe, like, fucking 10 years ago at this point. But I think one of my friends, he was this Indian dude. And I guess he was, like, newly single at the time, so he wanted to go out all the fucking time. And we went to Union Pool, which is, notorious degenerate bar, like, known for being, like, kind of like a degenerate hookup spot in fucking Brooklyn. And he was, like, talking to this white girl. And she goes, oh my god, you're Indian? I love Indian food. That is the only thing I fucking remember that night, but it's like, it's burned into my memory so fucking good. How did I even get on that fucking topic? The fucking, oh yeah, the Sakura-Con commercial. I love sushi and gaming! Garugamesh! God. But yeah, I thought I found I'm 99% sure it was him. But it seemed like sometimes these people don't want to be found. I also... So, do you know that meme? It's like the worst guy you know had a good point. I'm pretty sure you guys all know the fucking meme, but let's pull it up in case you don't. This fucking guy. So for a while, I was trying to find him to see if, like, I could do a video on him. And I'd use this AI thing, and I found this guy that was, like, a photographer who did stock photography. It was like, he actually did stock photography. And he looked just like him. So I was like, this has to be the fucking guy, right? But, so I emailed the fucking, I sent the guy a DM on Instagram, and I had, emailed him, but I never got any response. And then somebody, let me look it up now. Guy you know found, because someone else found him, and it was actually oh yeah, here we go. It's a Slate article. I found Clickhole's Worst Person You Know by Cameron Wilson. So he found the actual guy, and it wound up being like oh wait a second. Now I'm looking at the article, and wait, what? It was traced to Getty Images. Wait, did I find the right guy? Whatever, the guy, like, responded, whoever it was that this guy found on Slate responded to the guy that I found never responded to me, so you can't make a video about where someone is now, and they're fucking, like, they haven't given you permission to, like, put them out there. So one more, the worst person, no, blah blah blah. Meme. I'm just gonna find, just like confirm it. Image isn't credited on Clickholds, but he traced to another guy. He checked the metadata. He sent another message, and the photographer had no idea about. Oh yeah, that's right. It was like a fucking it was from Spain. It was a guy from Spain. So like the guy I had found, and he doesn't have a picture of the guy now. But the guy that I found was from like Pennsylvania or some shit, and the guy it's like the actual guy is from Spain. So in any case, I had found the wrong guy, which is like another problem. Like if you don't get confirmation from these people. Alright. Super Dad, thanks for the 2. Good morning, Mr. Wang. And Mr. Hands update. It wasn't so much of an update, and like I said before, I'll leave this stream public because I think YouTube has changed the layout of their of how they sort videos, shorts, and lives separate from each other now, where I don't think it's as intrusive and like fucking weird. So I'll see how it works out. So I'll leave this up, and then I'll clip out like just the Mr. Hands part for the second channel. But it was mostly just like a letter from someone who claimed to have like the real story of Mr. Hands. That was the cover up and like the true story was supposedly a cover up. 21st Century Guy, thanks for the 5. Fun fact, the I Love Sushi lady was Asuka's English voice actress from Evangelion, Tiffany Grant. I didn't know that. I love sushi. I haven't watched that commercial in a long ass time, but I'm pretty sure it's a good fucking impression of it. Let's see how accurate the impression is. I love sushi. Sakura-Con commercial. Sakura-Con 2009. Oh, and this background music is SNES Drunk's playlist of upbeat Super NES music. Right now, this is something from... What is this? Excel Brid? Paul S. Rohrbach with the 20. Hey Wang, how's it hanging? Thanks, Paul. It's hanging down to my fucking ankles. That's how it's hanging. Fetal Dumpster at the 2. Thanks, Fetal Dumpster. Knew I was on his channel. That's it. Get away from him. Actually, there is one I gotta revisit too. I made contact with the person who wrote the original blog about just like this disgusting fucking roommate that he had. That might be. I reached out to like 2 years ago and just got sidetracked with other stories, but dig it back up. What was that? Oh, yeah, I was looking for the Sakura-Con commercial. 906 Nolan, please do a southern accent. Thanks for the $5, Nolan. Actually, there was a dude on TikTok that was like, he was like talking about like metal posers and shit like that. I noticed when he was like talking slow, we kind of sounded like Phil Anselmo. I can't even do the impression now. I can't do it. Get off my land. I had the Sakura-Con video pulled up. Where the fuck that Sakura-Con video go? We ain't going to no Sakura-Con where I come from, feller. Window capture. Let's look at that. Up there, Sakura-Con.
I love sushi.
I love Japan, period.
The tea ceremonies.
Oh, that guy seems more like he likes Thailand. Yeah, there we go, Gurugamesh.
Anime.
And manga.
And gaming. DDR.
Yeah.
Smiley K.
2009.
Don't just talk about it. Check out Sakura-Con, April 10 through 12. Check sakuracon.org for all the details.
Yo, what's fucking weird though, like, you look at this commercial, and it's like, man, that shit's fucking cringe, right? But now it's like, this is like 13 years later, there's almost like a certain type of nostalgia you feel for it. Not even just like fucking, not even just for the commercial and the memes around the commercial, but like the type of weebs in the commercial. Like you fucking, Well, it makes me think of like fucking. Oh, bro. Oh my god, it just made me think of something. I might have played it on the stream before. Creepy Creeper, thanks for the 5. Have I seen Terrifier 2 yet? I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm probably gonna see it later today. God, it just reminds me of like, to me, like people like this remind me of my college experience. Dog, but there was like this dude at my college that would like make his own songs. And he was like super, it's like boy bands and shit, but he had this one fucking song called Asian Lover. And my fucking friend, like, he just made some fucking video. He made like a music video, like taken from like, I forget it was like what club it was. I think it might have been like the anime club had like a dance party or something, and made a fucking video for it. Let me just pull this shit up.
I saw an Asian girl and boy she was looking good. Her hair in place, the perfect face looked like an angel would.
Dog, the
and all I
moves.
wanted to do, babe, was just
And this guy like wasn't doing satire. He was just like, he was about this. I think he still makes music sometimes.
She'd be everything I always dreamed. Don't you know I want you to be with me? When I first looked in those eyes, they really blew my mind. I loved her so from head to toe, and then I realized that if I didn't take this chance, I'd spoil a true romance. And now I'm sure
This is a dude that like if he had been like doing this and like the fucking like he was like 10 years ahead of his time to be like a certain type of on, maybe like even like 5 years ahead of time. This video was it's Glenn Roback, Asian Lover, by the way, but this was uploaded May 21st, 2007.
This song is just for you, baby.
Like, you know, you put this guy puts this out like 10 years after, 5 years after he died, and 5 years after, and it just, you would be a fucking sensation.
They really blew my mind. I loved her so from head to toe, and then I realized that if I didn't take this chance, I'd spoil a true romance. And now I'm sure forevermore she'll put me in a trance. All that I want is an Asian lover.
Hell fucking yeah. He had another song called like Internet Love, but I don't think he had a video for it though. And it's so fucking catchy. Like it unironically still gets stuck in my head sometimes. Let's see if it's like still online. Yes, it's still there. Fucking hell yeah. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Internet Love.
Dial up.
Dial up. Yo, like, tell me this doesn't like unironically fucking slap. It was released in 2007 as well.
When we type back and forth to each other, I love what you say. What you say. I feel alright and my heart like a modem gets your energy. Energy. My love for you is advanced and far broader than the World Wide Web. World Wide Web. You know it's true, this romance goes still deeper after all we said. All we said. You're just so far away, still I want you, baby. You are a part of me. I think about you all day. Right through this one phone line. This is how I'll keep you mine. I won't waste any time. You're worth my every dime. Internet love, internet love. We are linked by cyberspace. You're sent from above.
Alright, saying it too loud. What I'm saying is it actually slaps.
Internet love, I would say you're out of sight. It's you I dream of, you I dream of. Girl, I think that you're my type. And just like
yeah, that's the good shit right there. Last I heard, he was like working as like a real estate agent, and he actually like made a song to like promote the company or something. That was even that was a few years ago though. It's a deep cut of like people I knew IRL. Nice. Alright, Paul S. Rohrbach. Thanks for the 10. Back then, weebs embraced being outsiders. A lot has changed with anime and gaming becoming mainstream. Yeah, that's true. It's kind of like, now it's kind of like, there's like a weird level to it where there now it's like, how do I fucking put it? Like there's, I feel like even at that time you do like, that's kind of like the point at which like that kind of starts becoming fucking mainstream. Like anime culture and all kinds of like nerdy weeb shit. Like it starts to kind of like make its way into like more of the mainstream consciousness, but it's not like a cool guy thing until like much later. Creepy Creeper. Thanks for the 5. Only a few years too soon to be a libertarian guy with an Asian wife. Missed his calling. Egg Shades, thanks for the 2. Thank you for being the internet lore and for being fire. Thank you. Try to continue to be fire. Mr. Wolf, thanks for the 2. Was that my voice in the new Meat Canyon video? It is. I recorded that a while. I had forgotten I had made that that I recorded that vocal part for him. And then he put the video out and he had he put out like the teaser with Chad and Max Mofo. And I was like, oh shit, I've recorded something for this. Isn't in there? I found it. Trevor Walsh. Thanks for the 79 cent. 79.79. Yo, what are the fucking what do you call the like the pounds that are on like a full pound? It's like a, what's that, like 79 pence? Is that what it is? Maybe? I'm not even sure. Paul, but thank you for it, Trevor. Paul S. Rarbog, thanks to 10 again, putting internet love on my iPod. Hell yeah. Do my trumpet guy impersonation. Brodisław. They some kind of, the thing is, I've said this before, like when I do the trumpet guy impression, it gradually turns to an impression of my mother. Who the fuck are you? Think you're some kind of artist? Like fuck it. Don't when you close the refrigerator. yeah. When you close the refrigerator, you gotta make sure you shut the door all the way. The dog's gonna get stuck in the refrigerator and freeze to death. Don't unplug things so fast from the outlet. You're gonna cause a fire in the wall. That impression, that's like how the impression of my mother, man, once. Yeah, you're gonna start a fire in the wall. Oh my god, what's another good one? We got the dog getting stuck in the refrigerator. We got the fucking it's gonna start. You're gonna unplug something from the outlet and it's gonna cause a fire in the wall. Fucking what's another good? Oh yeah, don't leave that fucking, if you leave that fucking garbage in the way, someone's gonna fall over it and I'm gonna sue and I'm gonna lose the house. Those more crazy ideas. I'll go to Duff's on the 11th. Elon busts. The 11th. I like, honestly, like, I like to go to Duff's sometimes. You know, it's a Friday. I hate going to Duff's on weekends. Duff's is a place I like a lot on like a fucking like medium packed kind of day. When it's like super crowded, it tends to get annoying. Even though I wind up like running into people I know, it just winds up getting like I don't even fucking know. I'm going to see Goblin tomorrow. I don't know if you guys are into the Goblin. I've seen Goblin a bunch of times. That's the band that did a bunch of Argento soundtracks. What's interesting actually, I'm curious like what the lineup's gonna be like because the guitar player died a few months ago. And he was always kind of like the most like showman type of guy in the band. Be interesting to see like what they do to kind of mitigate that. But yeah, I think so. Like they're doing a playthrough. They're gonna do a play along to Suspiria, I believe, and then they're gonna just like play like the rest of the hits. Grizagers Robleski. Kurwa. Which woman/man wrestler do I hate the most? Hate. I don't know. I will say, when I saw Jeff Jarrett pull up in AEW, I was like, really? Really? Fucking Jeff Jarrett? But apparently he's like mostly there, kind of like work behind the scenes, I guess. So that's like... I don't know if... I can't even say that I hate Jeff Jarrett, though. I just find him really boring. Like, he's one of those guys that his career kind of like defies logic to me, where it's like... I guess what it is he's one of those guys that's like, he's a good hand in ring. He just like lacks anything that for fans to really kind of grab onto. So he's like Jeff Jarrett's a guy that I feel like he would do the job of a jobber really well, where it's like jobbers should be like really good wrestlers who can just like make other guys look good. Because has there ever been somebody in like, what is it, like, how long has Jeff Jarrett been wrestling? Like 30 fucking years or something like that? Has there ever been a person that was like, oh my god, I can't wait to see Jeff Jarrett wrestle tonight? Ever. I can't imagine it. Cannot picture it. And plus, what makes that annoying with AEW too, there's like so many good fucking wrestlers that are like sitting at home while like they're making a big deal out of Jeff Jarrett. Like, yo, why isn't Miro doing anything? I mean, that's the thing too on Nomadic. Like, I feel like in a way like Triple H kind of had the same deal, but at least Triple H had his moments. Where, like, it was, like, Triple H has done entertaining things. Like, he's, like, kind of, like, I guess, like, a way to put it is, like, Jeff Jarrett's kind of, like, a lesser Triple H. Because I've never been the hugest Triple H fan, but I'll pick Triple H over Double J any fucking time. Mr. Self-Destruct, Logan Paul is fucking... He is fucking... Say what you will about Logan Paul, he's fucking killing it in WWE. Like, he got so good so fast. It's unreal. It's fucking... It's almost maddening, because you want to hate him, but it's just like, how... He's just so fucking crisp for a guy that's had, like, what, like 2 matches? It's ridiculous. Also, Hellianer, thanks for becoming a member. If you guys don't know, members get... Alright, let me figure out how to use... Actually, like, I don't even know how to fucking use my emote. Oh, there we go, yeah. Yeah, we got... I'm gonna put my emotes for members in chats, some of them. I might have, like, I think I get new slots if I fucking, depending on how many members you get. But yeah, new members get those, and they get, like, videos early. They can pretty much get, like, the first version of a video that like, first edited version of it for everybody else. That's what members get. I remember, because, like, a big thing on Twitch is, like, the gifted subscriptions. For some reason, I remember them saying something like that they were going to add something like that for YouTube, but I don't think it's there yet. Or if it's a feature they start rolling out, I don't have it yet. And Paul S. Robrock, thanks for becoming a member as well. Creepy Creeper, thanks for the 5. Top Argento film, for me, it's Opera, Phenomena, then Suspiria. Shit. Honestly, my ranking might be the same as yours. I gotta think about it for a second. I might put Phenomena as number 1, but I'm not really sure. But whatever it is, like, my ranking, if it's not exactly the same as yours, it's close to it. Paul S. Rohrbach, thanks for the 10. Now a huge Wang fan. Phenomena, like, the thing about Phenomena, too, it's, that's the one that's, like, it's very much an influence for Clock Tower. Well, I don't know if you guys ever played the Super Famicom Clock Tower. Actually, I don't know if it's still, like, it might still be here. One year I did, like, a Halloween stream that was just me playing the Super NES Clock Tower. I think, like, 2 people watched it. Clock Tower. But I know, like, there's, like, some images that kind of compare Phenomena to Clock Tower. And there's something, like, really creepy about, like, how the fucking... Like, how, like, the drawings of the characters... Oh, I mean, here's, like, one that kind of... it's very clear that, like... Jennifer... the fucking... Your character is, like, based off of Jennifer Connelly. I mean... It's even more apparent in the fucking, let me see, like, some of the facial renderings in fucking Clock Tower. Thanks for the 10 TS. Pull up the facial. Clock Tower. It sucks, too, that, like, Clock Tower, like... Oh, so actually they even, like... They have, Here's one comparison that they got over here.
You might be missing some of the benefits that stereo can provide.
What the fuck kind of sample is that? You might be missing some of the benefits that a stereo can provide. Yo, I fucking love samples and songs that have them like that. Alright, Clock Tower. Let's see, Jennifer Simpson versus Jennifer Connelly. Damn, it's like mostly renders of the fucking, Well, I mean, here's one of the scenes from Clock Tower. Where you can kind of see how they drew the face. I'll find a better one. Clock Tower is a game where it's, I feel like, if the Super NES version, like, hadn't gotten canceled because of all the stupid censorship bullshit, like, the way, like, survival, like, just, like, the landscape with the whole survival horror world would be totally fucking different. Because, I mean, at that point, we would have had that before Resident Evil. Like, that would have been the survival horror game. I know there's, like, better facial renderings, though, from fucking... cutscenes in Clock Tower. Well, I think also, because I know, like, I mean, there's, like, a Clock Tower movie that's been in fucking development hell fucking forever. And I think it just got picked up yet again. Well, I think at some point John Woo was supposed to make the fucking Clock Tower movie. I think I remember hearing about that. Night Trap. That's a fucking game that I fucking, Actually, I never played fucking Night Trap. I just remember old time, like... I just remember hearing about it because it was, like, so fucking controversial and shit. And then you see the fucking game... And it's not fucking graphic at all. Alright, Clock Tower. But you get you get the point about fucking Jennifer Simpson looking like Jennifer Connelly. But now I gotta look up that fucking Clock Tower movie. I remember Double Switch too. Double Switch was like really similar to Night Trap, wasn't it? Clock Tower movie. Clock Tower the movie 2020. Alright. Clock Tower film. We had let's look at the development. The movie underwent various changes. For a while, the release date was set for 2010, then pushed back to 2011. It was confirmed the movie now has no director. That was described by Martin Weiss as being in limbo. 2011, David R. Ellis became the director of the movie, and it was given a tentative release date of October 2013. The probable reason for its backwardness is that part of the film's script was leaked online, according to various rumors. On January 7th, 2013, David R. Ellis was found dead in his hotel room in South Africa. What? I don't know about... Alright, so that's one of the reasons why it's not made, is that the director of the 2013 idea for it is fucking dead. Was found dead. But I'm like really sure that John Woo was attached to Clock Tower at some point. Alright, I can't find anything about that. Maybe I'm just remembering wrong. But, alright, 2020, Clock Tower the movie, inspired. Now it's being directed by Ladarius Wins. Or is this like a fan film, or is this like the actual thing now? Because I remember hearing something like a year ago, maybe, about a fucking, like an article about it getting picked up once again. But it's 2020 by Ladarius. This seems like a fan movie thing. Because that's the only thing this guy is thinking. Alright. UpcomingHorrorMovies.com. Clock Tower. Clock Tower. You know, I'm going to search Twitter. I'm seeing something about Todd Farmer, who made Jason X, doing it now. Eric Valette. There's so many different, like, fucking directors attached to this at different points. We got Todd Farmer, who made Jason X, who he was gonna make one based on Clock Tower 3. Eric Valette of One Missed Call was gonna be the director at some point. Chilean director Jorge Olguin was attached to direct, with a production to start in winter of 2006. Actress Brittany Snow and Louise Lombard were rumored to be in the movie. Director Martin Weiss is no longer attached. David Ellis fucking died. Arsenic Catnip, thanks for the 5. Yo, I was so excited seeing you on Dynamite. You know, Doug Bradley did the voiceover. So like when we recorded that, I knew that he was like potentially doing it, so I'm stoked that he actually like in the end like did wind up doing it. Actually, so like that intro, like the beginning of that vignette where it's kind of like we're all in like suits and it's kind of like going like really quick. Like that was actually something we'd filmed like months ago that like never wound up getting used, but they incorporated into like the new vignette. Really stoked on how it turned out. Let me. Now I'm like, I know I heard something about fucking a Clock Tower movie like recently, maybe like within like the past 2 or so years. I have to find this now. Clock Tower movie. Fuck. Paul S. Rohrbach, thanks for the 10. There are a lot of famous internet stories involving jars. What's my favorite jar and why? Let's get the jar emojis. I think my favorite one might just wind up being like the pony cum jar. Just because like the guy who behind it wound up being like one of the more normal fucking people I came across. Like you have like so many people that are insane freaks over seemingly innocuous shit. And then this dude's just like a regular dude who thought it would be funny to like come on a pony. Creepy Creeper. It's over Clock Tower Bros. Might be. Might not be, though. Clock... Where's the... Yo, actually, it might come up by looking at fucking news. I don't know. Maybe I fucking imagined it. Maybe I fucking imagined John Woo being attached to Clock Tower. Maybe I imagined it supposedly being like fucking being revived again. This music is... What is this? It is... That was something from Twinbee, and this is from Bomberman 5. Oh, you know what? It might have been... I was looking back through, like, things I interacted with in the past. Puppet Combo had tweeted about getting a Clock Tower series instead of the Resident Evil series. Maybe that's what I was thinking about. I was just, like, talking about the idea of doing it. I don't fucking know. Doug5. As an internet historian, what is your take on lolcows and their current meta? I mean, they're fucking... Lolcows are fucking a necessary staple of internet culture, of course. But also, I'm not sure what you mean by the current meta. Because it's like, there's like a lot of different ways you get lolcows. I think like Twitter's always got like the main character of the day, where it's like someone has like some like shitty take that everyone dunks on, and you fucking forget about him a couple days later. And that's like, I guess like that. Or like then you have like the similar TikTok thing where someone will have like a really stupid fucking take that everyone dunks on, or it'll be like a fucking cringy person, like the fucking well, I remember like there was like that one chick that was like, nothing like it. Cup of coffee out of my Mega Man Energy Tank cup. Nothing like it. I remember that. Like that one. Or fucking what was that fucking there's like some chick that was like a white rapper chick that was popping up all over the fucking place on TikTok. And it was, I didn't really look into that. It was like, I guess like it was trying to do like the Island Boys type approach, where I'm just gonna be like some fucking cringy rapper chick that gets like a ton of views because of how cringy she is. I don't know. Okay, yeah. The weird thing about lolcows, it's like sometimes like a lot of the times the ones that everyone gets really invested over, like I find kind of boring, so I don't really follow them. Creepy Creeper. Have I seen Barbarian? What do I think? I haven't seen Barbarian yet. I've been meaning to watch it though. I'm not really sure what to expect of it because I've heard like really mixed things over it. But it's hard, like I feel like it's hard to kind of like assess how good a horror movie is going to be based on other people's takes these days, because there's like this weird divide over like people who want like everything to be like elevated fucking horror, and then also then like I guess like a lot of the counter pushback to that is kind of like it'll wind up going in a direction where it'll kind of be like trying way too hard to be throwbacks to vintage horror. But I don't know, like I feel like I'm going to like Barbarian. It seems like the kind of thing I will like, but I don't know. Especially, I feel like based on a lot of the takes that are not liking Barbarian are what make the takes I've seen from people who don't like Barbarian are making me think that I'm going to like it, if that makes any kind of sense. Also, I've been meaning to see Malignant. That's one that kind of like, it fell under my radar and also sounds like, based on the takes that didn't like it, that I will like it. Mr. Wolf, do I like werewolf movies? Have I seen Ginger Snaps? I have seen Ginger Snaps. I've never been like super into werewolf movies though. I don't know, it's like one of those creatures that that never fucking for whatever reason never really clicked with me. Like I'm not like, I don't really like pirates either. There's like certain classes of fictional character, well not that pirates are fictional, but types of characters in movies and fiction that are just like, that don't really like do anything for me. Like werewolves are in there. Fuck, like American Werewolf in London, I remember seeing that and being like, it's okay. Yeah, pirates, I don't really like pirates. Don't really like cowboys. I do like spaghetti westerns, but like fucking like John Wayne type westerns and cowboys and fucking shit, I just can't get into. Do I like ARGs or analog horror series? I fucking hate them. I hate them so much. I specifically don't make videos on ARGs because people are constantly trying to like promote their shitty fucking, like kind of like trick me into thinking their shitty ARGs are real, or like real stories. I'm just like, it's very obvious that it's like not a fucking real mystery. Like I'll get messages that are like, oh my god, you gotta check out this weird subreddit I found where all the fucking posts on this subreddit are weird cryptic numbers and patterns and shit. And there's these creepy YouTube videos where it's just a series of noises and symbols. Wonder what they mean. This is real crazy and creepy. You should make a video about it. So yeah, I fucking hate ARGs. Punkin Jack 89. Thanks to the 5. I run a horror clip page on IG and TikTok. I enjoy most of these throwback 80s slasher movies. Have you seen X? I did see X. I liked X. I also liked Pearl. And there's a third one coming, right? Wait, there was one in here. There's something in here to call my attention. I fucking forgot it. Oh. Olivian Mage, have I heard about the Urusei Yatsura remake? I have. Actually, what pissed me the fuck off the other day, like, you guys know I like my sneakers and shit. I've never been, like, a big Onitsuka Tiger guy, but they have a Urusei Yatsura collab now. And, like, I was, like, looking through it, I actually like some of their, like, their tracksuit and stuff, but, like, so I got a fucking Instagram ad for the Urusei Yatsura collab. I click on it, and it goes through the page, and I'm pretty sure it was all sold out by the time I got the fucking ad, but it wasn't showing that it was sold out. It was just, you would click to go like buy the shoe, and it sends you to like a fucking like a 404 like null type page. So like you don't know if it's glitching out or something. So when people are commenting on their Instagram posts like, yo, like, why am I getting this ad and the shoe is sold out? And then they're deleting the fucking comments, asking about the shoe being sold out. Like, Japanese companies are fucking weirdos, I guess. That's all you can really bring it down to. Alice and Cookies, am I a Deftones fan? Just curious. I am a fucking Deftones fan. I mean, like, aside, like, I really like Around the Fur. Like, I feel like Around the Fur is their first fucking, their best one, and White Pony's good. And then past that, like, a lot of their albums have, like, 1 or 2 songs that I fuck with. So, like, in the, like, I like the Deftones, but in, like, the overall, like, scape of new metal and stuff, I kind of, like, rank them, like, in, like, the middle, I guess. But I do like the Deftones, yeah. Actually, I also, like, I play the Stephen Carpenter signature live, and it's, like, it's one of, like, the best, the most comfortable and best sounding guitars that I fucking played. Although, actually, so, like, I do have a guitar sponsorship with a company right now. We haven't announced it because I haven't gotten my guitar, but I have a, like, it's a sick as fuck custom that's, like, it has, like, very similar, in terms of like the scale length and like wood choice, like very similar to the Stephen Carpenter that I have. But like with this company, I just had them make me like the most obnoxious fucking guitar they could possibly make. It should be here soon-ish. But of course, it's like like the guitar I'm getting. It's like I can't say what the company name is because we haven't announced yet. But it's like a pointed guitar with like a mirror fucking pick guard. It's fucking like neon green. It's just like a loud ass fucking guitar. Creepy Creeper, thanks for the 5 most oversaturated lolcow 2022. Chris Chan or Ethan Ralph. I mean, it's got it. Like, there will never be a lolcow that's more oversaturated than fucking Chris Chan. And people like still ask me to make fucking Chris Chan videos, and it's like, it's one of those things. It's like, when you have something that you get to like fucking like normie commentary channels making videos about, there's no point in me like doing like I wanted to, yeah, but it's like if it's one of those things where it's like, oh, we fucking we gotta have a commentary on like the new Chris Chan news bit thing. Like, there's really no point in me fucking making a Chris Chan video or anything like that. People ask for it constantly. Well, yeah, there will never be a point in time when Chris Chan isn't the most oversaturated lolcow. It's like Fisher Price, baby's first lolcow. I kind of like, I feel like it hasn't even really been that interesting since like the early fucking story arcs. Yeah, and after the Gator from Mars documentary, like people were asking me before that, and I would say it's too fucking oversaturated for me to bother with. But now, like after that, forget about it. Now there's like really no point. Your super chat, Cesaro, like, did I fucking miss your super chat here? I don't see it. I don't see it in the fucking thing. I don't see it in my sidebar. Let me look on the fucking, let me open up the actual, like, YouTube page and see if I see it there. Wait, now I can't even find the, your comment about it. Cesario JPN. I don't. How long ago did you send it? Because I literally like going back to. Cesario JPN. I don't see the fucking super chat in there. Oh, what's up, Sword in the Scale? That's a mad random fucking appearance. Yeah, I think, is that dude just trolling? Because I don't, like, Cesario JPN, I'm, like, I literally do not see your super chat in a list of super chats here. I'm going back like a fucking, almost an hour in the fucking listings now. Over an hour ago, alright. Yeah, did it go through? Because I literally don't see it, like, here at all. Yeah, check your email, because sometimes, like, you think you put it in. I've had that happen before, where I thought I put it in, and just, like, it didn't go through. XVR. XVR, what kind of amp head / heads am I rocking with at the moment? Do I molly your stuff? Alright, actually, so... Yeah, alright, that's what I thought, because that would be weird, because I've been, like, seeing them as they pop up. Google cancel it, though. That's fucking weird. But yeah, all right. So amp heads. So like the last 2 tours that I did, I had used a Line 6 Helix. So actually, I'd sold my Helix, and now I think I might want to get another Helix again, just like to use at home. But so like the Line 6 Helix, I used to always think that I would fucking like always want to have like a head and cab live, especially because I would like mostly play like fucking like smaller venues, like bars that had like a stage and shit. So like, in that kind of situation, you always want like a real head and cab. And for that, I had a Soldano Avenger, and I had a 6505, and I would use a Mesa Boogie cab. But the venues we played on the Attila tour and on the Veil of Maya tour, we would go direct, and like they were like really good sounding venues. So I would go direct to the system and use like just like their monitors to hear myself back. And honestly, it was probably the best tone I ever fucking had live, and it's such a fucking easy setup. Like you have your sound already. We have our house sound guy that can fucking not the house sound. We have our touring sound guy that can just kind of do what he needs to do to make it sound good for the room. And it's like boom, like you're on 5 seconds, you're ready to sound check. You're off in 5 seconds, you're ready to sound check. Oh, that's another thing too. Like the guitar that I got coming to me, like I've never had an Evertune bridge before, but the guitar I'm getting has an Evertune, which I like to do like a lot of bends and stuff, so I was worried about it. But I fucking hate dealing with like technical guitar stuff. I'm just gonna have my guitar player Jerry set my shit up. But like pretty much like the last tour, my guitar player Jerry like had like a Evertune on his guitar, and it's like not only that then are we fucking like plugging right in with the Helix, but he doesn't even have to tune his fucking guitar, it's just instantly in tune. So then at that point, it's just a fucking you literally just have to fucking do nothing. You just like show up. They can just like someone just like hand you a fucking guitar and you're ready to go, without even having like a fucking crew guy. So yeah, I'm stoked on that. But I don't have the Helix anymore. Now the band has a quad Cortex, which honestly I haven't had a chance to play with myself. My guitar player Jerry, he had set that all up. But like, I heard some of the tones he got set up. I think the tones he has for this are even better than we were doing with the Line 6 Helix. But like with that, so if you don't know the quad Cortex, we just have like one box, and both guitar tones and our bass tone are just all in the same fucking thing. So it's like the most compact fucking setup you can have for a live thing. And when I started playing guitar, like direct sound was good for bass, but it sucked for guitar. It's gotten so much fucking better for guitar than it used to be. Oh, actually, that might not be a bad idea for when I finally get my custom guitar. Do the unboxing video, because they are gonna want some kind of content from me anyway. That's cool as fuck guitar. It's an obnoxious as fuck guitar. Like that'll be a fun thing. I will have to like do like a different kind of this. Although I do have the dual streaming rig here, which oh yeah, of course. You know, you got metapcs.com with code Wang for all your computing needs. Christmas is coming up. Black Friday is coming. I remember last year actually, Meta had a Black Friday sale that stacked with my with my code. I'm sure it'll stack again with it, whatever they do. But yeah, if you're buying a computer, Meta PC. So I have a dual rig up here. So now I used to not be able to do like live streams with my guitar tone, because I run my guitar tone out of my computer. But now I can definitely just like run both of them. So I have like the fucking guitar tone out of one system. I got to figure out the exact way to do it, but I can definitely do it like that now. Or, you know, if I really wanted to, I just get like a dedicated sound card and just run it out of one. Because right now I'm running internal sound, but we definitely do like a little guitar stream that way. I feel like the music streams might be more suited to TikTok, or maybe even Instagram. I don't even know. Oh, my mouse died too. Oh, let me plug my mouse in. Oh, I have so many fucking cables over here. I had my wireless mouse indicator blinking the whole stream, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't gotta worry about it. It'll last. It didn't last. Paul S. Rohrbach, thanks for the 10. I'm sad you let Rusty Cage steal your background music, and now you have to play games. Yeah, what the fuck, Rusty Cage? Steals, it's not enough for him to steal the Knife Game song from mobile games, right? Wang, have you seen the new Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared show? No, I haven't. And Mr. Nobody, thanks for enjoying the Blood Circus video. I actually, so like, I was also going to, I do eventually, I started playing Faith. Even though I've played Airdorf's games before, he's most known for Faith. I never played the Faith games, and I have a fucking, I have a cameo in Faith Chapter 3. That a few people sent it to me, but so I started playing Faith on my Steam Deck, and I kind of want to stream this, but I don't feel like doing a game stream today. Maybe the next time I do a stream, I say this every time I fucking stream, but I do want to be streaming more. Just a matter of like, honestly, it's a matter of just getting me to like fucking push the fucking live button, and then I just wind up getting sidetracked with a million fucking different things. But next time I do a gaming stream, I do want to play Faith. Not sure when that'll be. I have a bunch of stuff I want. Actually, I'm probably gonna leave in a little bit and get to editing and get to some writing. Alright, so what do you guys think about this video, actually? I was thinking about, do you guys remember that game BMX XXX? Like, I feel like the development around that game is kind of like weird enough to kind of merit doing a video on. Because I don't even remember what I was... Oh yeah, I think I started reading about Backyard Wrestling, the game, and it made me think of BMX XXX, which led me to reading about the development of that game. Because apparently it was like supposed to be a Dave Mirra game, and Dave Mirra signed off on it. But then it was like, he kind of realized that having a game where it's like like doing bike tricks but with titties wouldn't be good for his brand image. So I think that might be like one of the videos I work on. It's a little bit out of my usual wheelhouse though, so I don't know how well it's gonna do, but I mean, I guess it seems like the out of the wheelhouse things are things that kind of bring in new subscribers and fucking growing into it and shit, like growing channels and stuff. So I mean, you know what? If I do a video like that and it flops, it's not like the end of the world. Like, YouTube doesn't like kill your channel for having a video flop like it used to. All right. I missed oh yeah. Colin Loctavia, thanks for the 5. Came upon the Godzilla NES creepypasta last week on Big G's 68th birthday. Shocked you haven't covered it yet. Italian lum shirt needs to happen as well. Yeah, well, I don't really do creepypastas. The way I feel about creepypastas is kind of the way I feel about ARGs, where it's kind of like there's so many good, interesting real stories that I don't really like want to do like the phony ones, or like the ones that are like very obviously phony, and like the ones that are kind of like like phony by design, and not even like they don't even have that like element of a lot of that element of I don't even know how to fucking put it. Ryan Rockwell with the 5. Have I talked at all about doing the AEW House of Black video yet? Was surprised to see you up there. I did talk about it briefly. But I mean, pretty much, like we had shot this. I had like been down there a few times to like do some like I had a collab shirt with Black Mass, Malachi Black's clothing brand. I had been down there a few times, just like do like some promotional images for them and stuff. I was down there a few months ago, which is when we shot like the kind of the scenes that were kind of like the more like culty kind of scene. Not more culty, because the newer ones are more culty, but like the ones were kind of like in suits and kind of just like with them in like kind of like a flashback type of sense. That was shot a few months ago, but like didn't wind up getting used for whatever it was going to be used for. Was worked into that, and then a few weeks ago we shot the current ones. It was actually funny to watch too, like how like in during his break, there's so many like silly fucking rumors that people came up with that I knew what was actually going on. So it was funny. It's funny to me like to see like that perspective of how people just kind of like talk out their fucking ass when it comes to like rumors about wrestlers' lives and shit. Like people are just like making things up out of whole cloth that had nothing to do with any kind of evidence or like things anybody actually said. There was like a rumor that Buddy, like the rest of the House of Black was coming back, but Buddy Murphy is gone. And I remember seeing that rumor, and then after the fucking vignette fucking came out, Dave Meltzer said that Buddy wasn't in the vignette. Meanwhile, you see fucking Buddy in the first 2 seconds of the fucking thing. And I think he said it multiple times, he's not in the vignette. Like, dog, you see his face in the first 2 seconds. Just get fucking better eyes. But yeah, outside of the vignette, though, I don't really know what they have planned for them yet. But I mean, I hope they get used like a lot more. I don't know. I mean, I'm interested to see like if there's another vignette tonight or if they show up tonight. I don't fucking know. Paul S. Rohrbach, $10. Thank you. A lot of the night crew has signed off, and there's a lot of morning people signing on right now. How about a quick recap of the letter before I close the stream? Alright, yeah, so for those of you who, like, missed the reading of the email at first, basically, there's this guy who, after I made my Mr. Hands video, he had, and this happens a few times when I make videos, where there's someone who kind of, like, knows, like, something, will kind of hit me up, and this guy, he had spoken to a guy on Second Life around the time of the Mr. Hands case, like to a guy who'd supposedly known it, and like, which seems like a credible thing to me, because people who play fucking Second Life kind of, it just has a way of attracting a certain type of weird guy that would have connections to the fucking zoo fucker community. But like this guy, like supposedly he knew James Michael Tate, who once again was the facilitator of the horse fucking, and he said that James Michael Tate actually did have permission from the farm to go onto the farm. He just didn't have permission to fuck the animals. Which, of course, what that would mean is that James Michael Tate got convicted for trespassing. But if he did have permission, then it was all like a lie because they couldn't get him on the thing that people were actually upset about, the animal fucking, which at the time was legal. He had also said that Mr. Hands died of a heart attack and not getting fucked in the ass by a horse, but like the horse narrative was, I guess, made to seem fucking like that Mr. Hands did get fucked by the horse, according to this guy. Did get fucked by the horse, but puncturing his asshole isn't what killed him. Having a heart attack was killed, and he was like known to have a weak heart. That to me like doesn't make much sense, because the medical examiner like without any knowledge of the greater community and what was going on, determined that this guy died essentially from his injuries from getting fucked in the ass by a horse. The heart never comes up in any kind of fucking way, and it's like the only reason why you would like, the implication is that the medical examiner had some incentive to make fucking horses seem worse than it is, but like that to me is like a thing you need to incentivize. Like, there's not people, like normal fucking people around who aren't already involved in the zoophile community who are like, oh, you know, like I guess I wouldn't have thought it was so bad, but that guy died from horse dick. If the narrative wasn't said, oh, you know, this guy already had a weak heart, people would be like, oh, so that's not so bad then. So I do think that, like, the story the guy said about, like, the truth about Mr. Hands, I don't quite buy that. And like I said, I'm gonna leave this one public because YouTube changed how it sorts the your videos and your lives and your shorts. So I'm gonna, like, as a little experiment to see what happens, leave this one up. Leave this one listed, because I always do. I have all the live streams in a playlist that you can see on my channel, but I'll leave this one public and see what fucking happens. But yeah, that's pretty, for those of you who like missed the story at the beginning, that's the gist of it. Creepy Creeper, where do I think metal is going given recent trends? I mean, it's fucking hard to say, I guess. I do think, like, because, like, there's been, like, the kind of, like, that new metal revival wave that's been going on. I think you'll have, like, some of those bands kind of break through to, like, a more, like, a mainstream level. But then there'll also be, like, more underground waves of shit happening, like... I feel like you are going to see, like, some, like, Pantera-type bands pop up. I do think that's going to be a fucking thing. Which I would, like, if they're good, I would fuck with that. I really like that little, like, wave of, like, fucking thrash nostalgia bands that popped up years ago. So that would kind of, like, be in the same... I was, like, honestly surprised there wasn't more of, like, a Pantera wannabe wave during that period. David Gelosi. Thanks for the 5. Yo Wang, love your content. I noticed Sagu... I never knew how to pronounce that band's name. They're a sick band. Saguishabug or whatever. Sugabug. I don't know how to pronounce their name, but they're good. I had them on my story this morning. Any other favorite death metal grind bands? I mean, honestly, like, it's obviously, it's like the most, pretty much, literally the most accessible death metal band there is, but Cannibal Corpse is my favorite. Fair one to see live. They're, like, one of the better, like, in terms of, like, just, like, straight up fucking, like, songwriters. You know, and not just, like, having a bunch of heavy death metal style riffs glued together. Cannibal Corpse is the fucking top for that. I mean, Deicide's good. Fucking, I mean, Pig Destroyer, I guess you kind of, like, I feel like that might be, like, more into, like, the fucking, like, range of what it is, Pig Destroyer, fucking Dying Fetus, Skinless, Bloodbath. I'm pissed off, like, Bloodbath now, at this point, they had to cancel 3 fucking times. So, Bloodbath, I've had tickets to go see Bloodbath, like, since... I think like 2017 at this fucking point. The first time they had to cancel a tour because they couldn't get visas. The next time they had to cancel because of COVID. And then the most recent time they had to cancel again because of visas. So I don't know like when that's been like rescheduled for. But Bloodbath is... I fucking love Bloodbath. And it's been like, at this point, like... I've been supposed to see them for like 5 years. Am I a fan, Mr. Wolf with the 2, am I a fan of Typo Negative or Devin Townsend? Yeah, like, I used to fucking hate Typo, actually. I thought it was kind of boring, but, like, the more recent years, I've gotten into them. And Devin Townsend, I've always been, like, I kind of like it, but I've never, like, there's never been a time where I really feel like sitting around and be like, hey, I'm in the mood to listen to Devin Townsend right now. It's never really been a thing for me. Build something. Thanks for the ISK 300. How do I feel about Sabaton? I never listened to Sabaton. I've seen like it seems like a band that's like very divisive though. Like it seems like a band. A lot of people fucking hate Sabaton from what I've seen. Sonagi, do I like any mellow death? Yeah, I fucking love melodic death metal. I just saw In Flames last month, and At the Gates came around too. No, yeah, I'm not really, Mr. Wolf, I'm not really big into doom metal or prog. Yeah, Cryptopsy is solid. Can I watch One Man, One Screwdriver? Like, am I physically capable of looking at it? Because I can't play it on the stream. But also, One Man, One Screwdriver is the same guy as the Jar guy, if you're not familiar. Like he basically sounds with a screwdriver. And he also has a video where he sounds with a knife, but like not like the front of the knife, the back of the knife, the handle. So it's not as bad as you think it might be. It's not good. I wouldn't do it. Would not recommend doing it. But you know it's not as bad as if going in blade first with the fucking knife. But anyway, I think this is where I'm going to cut off the stream, though. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I want to do more of these. I always say I want to do fucking more of these. Let's see if I wind up actually fucking doing it. I got a little bit of editing to do. I'm probably going to see Terrifier later tonight. So, peace out, guys. Thanks for hanging out.